Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different for me because I don't want this channel to become a review channel, but I wanted to get across how impressed we've been with this 5-meter bell tent boutique bell tent. So just want to put it out there straight from the outset that we are in no way, shape or form sponsored by Bell Tent Boutique. We paid for that out of our own money and they don't even know that I'm doing this video. So you probably might be thinking from seeing other shots in other videos, why are you reviewing that bell tent? It looks old and knackered and a bit crap. Well, you've got to remember that that bell tent has been up since December 2024 and we are currently at the back end of October 2025. So that's 10 months that this bell tent has been up in this woodland. And it's weathered storms, rain, fog, mist, frost, and it's still standing. The only thing that I've had to do is I've had to tighten the guy lines 3 times. Apart from that, I've had to do no maintenance to it at all other than sweeping off the leaves in autumn when they fall, which I need to do today because it's still covered in leaves. So what are we impressed with then? Well, the fact that 10 months later it is still standing. The quality of the material is outstanding. It's really thick, it's heavy duty, it's waterproof, it's bone dry inside. Even after being stood for this long in the woods, it is still absolutely bone dry inside. I came up the other week with the stove just to burn it off and try and get rid of any damp inside, but it just wasn't an issue. The ventilation of that tent is just so good. So what did we pay for the tent then? So we paid £580 for the tent, which isn't cheap. It's not an insignificant investment into a tent, but we wanted something that would last. Obviously, being a woodland, you can't have a permanent shelter set up, so we went for the next best thing, a tent. It's not classed as a permanent structure. It's got enough room in there to fit my family of 4, plus the stove, plus a little area for sitting around in as well if it's chucking it down outside. How easy was it to set up? Well, I put this up by myself. It's heavy, I will say that. I think this particular model is in excess of 50 kilos, which if you're going to do this by yourself, make sure you can lift that sort of weight, because getting it in here was a struggle for me. And I'm not Eddie Hall, but I'd like to think that I am stronger than some, and I still struggled to get this in, especially down the uneven woodland track. But once it's all unpacked and laid out flat on the floor, it's actually really simple to put in. All you've got to do is lay it out flat, peg around the outside, and then put the centre pole up. Easy as that. And then once you've done that, you then go around the outside and put in all the guy lines, tying it up, and then you are ready to go. I think all in all it took me about 20 minutes to put up. And once I'd unpacked it, it took me 20 minutes to put up, in getting all the bits together. So would I recommend it? Absolutely. Absolutely. The fact that I'm still sleeping in here now, I mean, I stayed here last night and I'm going to be staying here again tonight. The fact that we're still sleeping in it 10 months later and there's no issues at all, absolutely, I would recommend this. The only issues that we're facing at the moment is it's starting to go a bit green on the outside, but our woodland is a very damp woodland. It's very rarely dry here, being on top of a hill, so we get quite misty, quite damp here. But like I say, on the inside the fabric looks like it's brand new. So what are the negatives to the tent? Well, I've already mentioned about the weight. Ideally you need 2 people to set this up, especially if you're going to be taking it to a normal campsite and not leaving it up all the time. I certainly don't want to be putting this away by myself, which is one of the main reasons why it has been standing for so long. The other negative is it's cold inside. I think it's purely because of the size in there. I've never used another bell tent before, so I can't compare this to other makes. But like this morning, I woke up and I was really cold. Just whether it's because of the airflow, the ventilation that's coming through, or because it is just a single skin of canvas, I don't know. But make sure you've got a decent sleeping bag. I didn't go to bed cold because I've got the stove. You can probably see the chimney there. So I was nice and toasty when I went to bed, but I woke up about 6 hours later and I was very cold. But apart from that, no negatives at all. It is purely just the weight and the being cold. So I'm going to leave that there for this one. Hopefully this was a nice short and sweet video. I will leave a link in the description to Bell Tent Boutique for this particular model. Like I say, I'm not sponsored, it's not an affiliate link. I get no kickback at all for it. So it's just my own honest opinion that I think you should buy it if you're looking into getting a bell tent. Alright guys, take care.